my name is Jana and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode number 170, first official proper podcast episode of the year. So Happy New Year if I haven't seen you yet or talked to you yet, and if I have, Happy New Year again. You can find me on Instagram as Get to Knits, on Ravelry as Get to Knits, on Ko-fi and Patreon as Finnish Knitting Stories, and all the patterns that I mentioned today will be in the description box down below. Let's begin. I was thinking of doing a little introduction. So many new faces have come here during Vlogmas. Just in case you don't know me, I'm Jana, as I already said. I'm a middle-aged mom, wife, crafter, maker, live in Finland, in the southern part, very snowy right now, finally. What else? I knit, spin, occasionally crochet, dye yarn, what else? Some embroidery sometimes, dabbled in slow stitching last year. Yeah, multi-crafter. Multi-crafter is yeah, that's my thing. So what else? I like colors. You can't tell today, I'm very white. Look. But usually, yeah, I like bright colors, and I love working with scrap yarn and just making things. I love knitting blankets, shawls, sweaters, not so much socks, occasionally. So yeah, that's shortly about me. If you're new here, introduce yourself in the comments. Okay, let's dive into knitting, I guess. It's already quite late afternoon. I just plopped here into my corner and we are losing light already. Sorry about that. Finland, winter, and Friday. I had a day off, but I spent it doing unpleasant things that needed to be dealt with. You know, being responsible adult sometimes. Just pretending most of the time. So yeah, let's talk about something happy. I think we all could use something happy, and in my case it's knitting. Pretty much always knitting. Let's start with what I'm wearing today. If you are returning viewer, you've seen this many times. It's what I wear when it's cold outside, when it's winter. It's my, what is it, Eurus sweater by Egeo Knit that I knit, I guess, a couple of years ago already. Now I'm having a flashback. Why do I think I was wearing exactly the same thing on the first episode of the last year? Could be. Or not. Anyway, I love this thing. It's knit sideways. If you're wondering why are the cables going like this, because it's knit sideways. I knit the smallest size, which was size 1. I think it only has a few sizes because of quite generous ease. Because my gauge was not like in a pattern, because I used completely different yarn. I used blown yarn with alpaca instead of quiet woolly wool, which would make my sweater very heavy. And I didn't want that because I get hot. I get hot. Don't we all at certain age? But yeah. So mine is lighter because it's in blown yarn. It was Isager Soft in white. And I love this thing. Earrings, what do I have here today? Designed by Kiet. Anyway, let's go to finished objects. I only have one. It's actually 2, it's a pair, but it's a 1 object, and my blockers are too small. That's why, I don't know, I accidentally grabbed smaller blockers, and I noticed when it was time to put them on the blockers when I washed the thing. Some kind of notification, sorry. And I was too lazy to go back upstairs and grab bigger blockers, so they look a bit wrinkly. Winky wonky, but my advent socks are ready. My 24 stripe advent by the Cozy Knitter that my wonderful friend Leah sent me as a special Christmas gift. Here they are. I finished heels, toes, and everything, and I'll be wearing them, I think, this weekend. They feel dry. Surprisingly, I washed them last night because panic. I finished them already a while ago, but I think last weekend, but now I finally washed them. So yeah. Here they are. I really love this last year's last year's color. Hard to say last year's, but yeah, they are lovely. So wonderfully beautiful socks. Okay, that's one and only finished object. Okay, let's go to whips. I have a few. I won't show you everything that I'm currently working on because it is a bit chaotic. I have more projects in works, but I'll show you a selected few. And you will see the other ones later this month because I'm trying to finish things in January. I love doing that. I love finishing things in January before I record my yearly WIP episode, which is usually end of January, beginning of February, somewhere there, depending on my free time. But okay, let's start with the first one, and I think the most colorful one. Actually, blanket can compete with it as well. La Prairie. La Prairie cardigan by Joji Locatelli that I'm knitting with the stunning Advent by lovely Molly from a Homespun House. I love it. I love it. Look how happy this little thing is. I'm into greens. I'm on color number, I want to say 17. I just started color 17. I think I knit one row off it. So lovely. Beautiful fade, lots and lots of baubles. Surprisingly, I don't mind these baubles at all because Joji has a slightly different technique for making baubles. They are small, very neat, very bouncy, firm baubles. We like firm baubles. And yeah, she has a little trick, but I can't tell you this is a paid for pattern. But I could definitely recommend. I don't know, does she have it in any other patterns? If you have knit this thing and maybe something else with baubles by Joji, let us know if any other patterns have same bauble technique. I have not. I don't think I have knit anything else with baubles by Joji. I have knit a lot of things by her, but nothing with baubles, I think. This is the first one. So yeah, that's my special Advent project that's progressing very, very slowly, but I think rather steadily. I do add a few colors a week to it, which is good because back at work, knitting time limited right now, and then there will be more things happening at the end of the month that will take even more time away from my knitting time. Okay, time. It's been a long day, sorry. Maybe I should try to record these first thing in the morning. That would make more sense, but you know, life is lifey. Next one is also an Advent project. My Button Box by Helen Stewart. Not a lot of progress. Honestly, not a lot of progress because we have not had a movie night as a family. We are planning one tomorrow, I think. Yeah. So I'm on next color, just started next color. I think you saw the pink one. I was in the middle of the pink last time, so not a lot of progress, but working on it. I've honestly been distracted by another thing. Because, well, let's go to the next one. I have a new cast on. And it's not just a new cast on, it's also a test knit. How did it happen? I have no idea. I had no intentions of having more new cast ons right now, and definitely no intentions of test knitting anything. By the way, let's admire the lovely bag by Hobby Bags from the Netherlands. I love this little thing, and it has something very delicate inside, just like these flowers. Well, my friend Anju Knits on Instagram and Ravelry and everywhere, she posted a test knit call for a lovely knit, like lacy collar, and I was like, ooh, that looks wonderful. That reminds me of when I was little, when I was this tall. My grandmother crocheted or knit. I'm pretty sure it was a crochet dress. Crocheted me a dress. I think I've told you the story about that dress, but it was a raspberry color, like pink raspberry color, and it had a white collar. And when I saw collar, Anju's collar was actually pink. I was like, oh, I would love that in white. It was so reminiscent of that childhood dress. I'm wondering if I could find a picture of that dress. I'll try later. I'll first show you the collar. And I was like, no. hold your horses. Do not apply for any test knits straight in January. Are you insane? You have things to do. And I didn't. And then I think a day later, she sends me a message. Oh, would you like to test knit my new collar? And how can I say no to a personal message asking me to test knit a collar? So I'm test knitting a collar. It's actually a very manageable project. I started it yesterday. I started it last night and I'm almost ready with it. It's that quick because pattern was clear, no mistakes, no nothing, just go. So last night I started this lovely romantic collar that I know I'm gonna wear a lot probably with my dresses, because it's just so lovely. Let me show you the yarn first. So I told you I wanted it white for my own reasons and because it would go with all my dresses. So I picked my favorite mohair. I love this color. I know it looks like white, but it's not really white. It's this special white. It's Issegger Silk Mohair color 0. And it's my favorite white because it's not natural white. It has a slight, it's like chalky white. Like in certain light it gives a bit of purple or pink shade. It depends on the light. Sometimes it looks more gray, but it's a chameleon. And then I picked the softest natural white, and this is Kit to Yarn's Gentle Merino base, which is 100% non-superwash merino. I'm a great lover of this base, but somehow it didn't take off too well. Maybe I could try and bring it back, but anyway, I personally love it. So combine these two, see the difference in shades. This is natural white, like quite warm and soft, and then I added this on top, and then I got this milky color, which I think looks wonderful and dreamy, and look at that. It's so good. I only have a few rows to go. I think, I don't know, 5, less than 5 maybe, and then there will be an I-cord tie. We made a casing. We started with a casing, and then there will be a tie. It will be better once I block it and actually finish it, but you get the idea. And then I have a lot of very simple dresses with a round or boat neckline, and then this would go over them and make them more festive. So yeah, that's my collar. Look at that. Yeah, it will open up once I block it, but it's beautiful. Pattern. I think Anya said she will try to release the pattern at the end of the month. But no promises. I don't know how it goes, you know, the creative process and technical process, editing and all of that, but beautiful. I'm so happy. And I almost have a finished object. Next week I will have a finished object, not to brag. So, kiitos Anya. Thanks for asking me. I was too shy and telling myself I don't need new cast-ons. I always need new cast-ons. They keep the creative energy flowing, right? And you get more ideas. Oh, give me a second. I'll go and try to look for that photo of myself in that dress that I was talking about. I'll be back. I found a photo. It is black and white because, you know, I'm old. I'm from the time when there was not widely available colorful photography. It came much later, but when I was this age, that everything was black and white still. At least where we lived. You know, maybe some fancy places had colorful photos. We didn't. So that's the dress. That's the collar. Look at it. And that's my doggy, because I really wanted a dog as a kid, but never got a dog as a kid, so I was attached to everybody else's dogs. Why, I don't know. Now I'm a grown woman, I can have as many dogs as I want. We have 2, and that's not enough of dogs. So yeah, that's the collar, and that's the dress my grandma made me. I think it's crochet. I'm pretty sure that's crochet. And that's me, very happy. At my grandma's place. And that's a very old album with yellowed pages, but Precious memories, precious memories. Okay, what else? I'm not gonna show any more knitting today. I'll show something else next time. Let's save some for next time. Let me remind you about knit-alongs and make-alongs. By the way, I completely forgot to mention in the previous one our Cozy Bookshelf Mal that already came to the end because it was running till end of the year. But if you haven't put your entries into Ravelry group or Instagram, just do it now. I'll announce a few winners. I'll pick a few winners with some little prizes next time. So you have time till next Friday when I'm recording regular episode. And Find Your Sparkle Cal is going till end of this month. So if you're making something sparkly, post a picture, or the Ravelry group can be found in the description. So yeah, what else? I got a bit of happy mail from my lovely friend Angela, knitting friend Angela in Germany. She sent us, again, very generous, lovely package. I'm so grateful every time. I'm feeling like a little kid. And my husband always gets some disgusting licorice. I love licorice, but he likes the most strong and salty kind. That's his favorite. If I think it's too much, he loves that thing. Angela knows that, and she always sends something in that range. I taste it once and I say, no, that's too much for me, and he loves it. So he has his private little bags of licorice. And kids got beautiful, thoughtful gifts. Sophia got it looked like a matchbox, and inside was a miniature 1/112 scale miniature toothbrush, a little cup where to put toothbrush, toothpaste, and a little soap. And we needed to add stickers to it, put stickers, assemble it. And my mom just got her a little sink for her bunny house. We have a bunny house. It's an IKEA, like a bookshelf, dollhouse, whatever thing. And then all kind of creatures live there. Mice, bunnies, frogs. She has a frog living there as well. And a panda. And they all live there. And before, bathroom was rather minimalistic. There was just a tub and a toilet, and what else? I had some shelf there where to put a miniature loo roll, toilet paper roll that I made myself. And now my mom got her. It's so precious. It's my leg one. They are very expensive, but so precious. With a mirror and a little door, and there is a little sink. I think the sink is even metal. And now on the side of the sink we have this miniature cup with a toothbrush and toothpaste, and it's just so... I love tiny things. I love tiny things. So thank you, Angela. Sophia loved that. But even more, she loved a weaving frame. There was a... Sophia got a box of 2 weaving frames, and that's the flower you use to make a cord, like a rope thing. And we've been weaving whole week because her motor skills are not the best, but we're practicing the fine motor skills. And this has been really good. She can't do like proper weaving, but she goes 1 stitch at a time basically with this plywood flat needle that came with it. It's for kids. It's by brand, what was the brand? I think Goki or something like that. And it's absolutely lovely, and Sophia is making a coaster, and she's been so busy with it, and like she's just all the time asking, check, am I doing it right? I was like, yes, you're doing it right. You know how to do it. Just go up and down and in each of them, and it's actually working. She's been weaving and having a blast, because crocheting and knitting is still hard. Crocheting a bit easier, she can do things, and knitting, she's getting the movements, but nothing yet is happening. We're practicing, but weaving has been a big hit because she actually can do it. And Bruno got some flying slimy dinosaurs and, you know, boy stuff. And I also got some things. Thank you so much, Angela. I love everything, as always. Sophia already claimed this. She said she wants a pair of socks from this. It's concept by Katya. 6-ply funny socks. So Sophia will have funny socks. I'm wondering, could I still have a bit for myself? I want funny socks as well. This is a big ball 6-ply. I think I can get her socks and maybe shorties for me from this, maybe. I have big feet. And then this gorgeous yarn. This one I am not. It's self-striping by Locoporella. Ooh, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Locoporella. Merino socks, self-striping. The info inside is in German. So lovely colors. All my favorite neons. I love neons. I'm a 80s child, 90s teen. So then I got a precious tea towel that I definitely can't use as a tea towel because look at that. I can't. I can't even display it in the kitchen because my family, they are wild animals. They will wipe something in it. I cannot. I don't know, do I put it on a wall in my studio or keep it there as a decorational tea towel? Nobody wipes their grubby hands in it. I don't know. Do you have any good ideas? What could I do with it? Not to ruin it. It's so good. Ligarty design. Quality linen and cotton made in EU. German design. Oh, this is so lovely. I love it. I love it. But I'm not going to use it as a tea towel. I need to find a better use for it. So, that one. Beautiful foxy sticker. I could stick that on my laptop. A card with a letter. Another card. Little foxy notebook. I love notebooks. I always use them. And then this kind of lovely card with a wooden fox on it. There are messages inside of them. Not gonna read those to you. They are personal. Then there was a little bag with the most precious lamp work mushroom that you can use as a charm or a stitch marker. It has a lobster clasp. This made me laugh because do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of my teapot cozy because it's also a mushroom with a wonderful caterpillar on top of it. And I think that's what you meant, right? I love it. It has crazy eyes. the caterpillar. I hope it's focusing. Can you see that? This is precious. I need to put it somewhere special. Maybe on my favorite project bag. I have more than one. And then traditionally little glass animal. Angela always sends me tiny glass animals. We have a mini collection. Before I have got foxes and who else is there? Well, this time we got a little penguin. Sophia loves them, but she's very careful around them. Like, she knows they are glass, they are precious and breakable. We put them on a shelf and then we watch them and she counts them. So, yeah, beautiful. And then this little tin is gorgeous. It's in layers. Each layer opens up and you can keep treasures in it. I got foxy needle stoppers. I have a whole collection. I have foxes in different designs. And I've been actually using needle stoppers. I've been very good. So, yeah, let me turn this so that you can see all the lovely animals and mushrooms. This is just so good. Oh, this is by Emma Ball. I love Emma Ball. So that's that. Those are my lovely little gifts. So yeah, happy mail. Thank you, dear Angela. What else? A bit of dream knitting. Let me tell you a bit of my dream knitting and what I'm planning to do this year. This year I would like to knit more for other people than for myself, because honestly I have a lot of knits. I'm regularly going through them and gifting some and donating some and even taking apart something sometimes. if I'm not happy with the quality and I think like it's not good enough for somebody else to wear, I take it apart, which adds more yarn back into my stash, which is no good. By the way, I still haven't had a moment to count my in and out from last year. I think December is missing. I'll tell you next time. But yeah, I would like to knit more for family and friends and whoever needs something. And I'm gonna start with the kiddo, with the big kiddo. It's his birthday at the end of the month, and he made a list for me of things he wants me to make him, and I was like, what's going on? He's asking for things. He wants leg warmers, and I'm a bit at loss. I don't know what kind of leg warmers to make him. He doesn't know either. He just said he wants leg warmers. They can be green. I have some green sock yarn in my stash, but it's, I think, sport weight, 6-ply, opal. Should I hold it double? Should I do rib? Should I do something else? What kind of leg warmers do boys wear nowadays? Yeah, because I have a pair of Little leg warmers, and he sometimes borrows them, and he really likes them. They are just this fade from white to dark gray or black, and he wants his own now, which is great. I will gladly knit him. I just need to figure it out. Do you have any ideas? Do you have any good patterns to suggest for leg warmers? Probably nothing like too fancy. I think maybe rib or fisherman's rib or some kind of texture on them. Yeah, that I would manage. I think I should start soon. Then he wants a new pair of socks because his foot is still growing. It's soon gonna be bigger than mine. He has a few, but he asked for new socks, and so did my husband. And I said, yeah, okay, I will knit you socks if they are not fingering weight. Then it's okay. We agreed on sport or DK. They actually like thicker socks in winter. And then Kiddo also asked for a friend for Kevin. Kevin is his little emotional support chickie. Did I make it last year? I think I did. He said, oh, Kevin is lonely. Kevin needs a friend. And now I'm scratching my head and thinking, what kind of friend does Kevin need? I don't know. Need to figure something out. And then, yeah, those were the 3 things he asked for. And then he kind of needs a new hat. Because he's doing a lot of winter sports outside, skiing, skating, and he needs more than 1 hat a day sometimes, because, you know, once you get sweaty, you can't wear the same hat if you go back out because it's sweaty. You need a dry hat. He has a couple, but if one is in the wash, he runs out of hats. He could use a spare hat, but that's also something very simple. And then I got this idea, because I've been working on a blanket for the little one. She claimed the Magnus throw, which is almost ready, by the way. I'm still doing the fringe. The awful fringe. Digressing, sorry. Sophia will have then 3 blankets, actually, that she has. 1 I made especially for her, and then 2 she has claimed. And Big Kiddo only has 1 blanket that I made for him when he was a baby. It is big, large blanket. Crochet granny stripe blanket. My first, actually, big blanket was his blanket. And I was thinking I should even it out. He's also been using it a lot, and I was thinking, what if I knit him some kind of cozy, squishy blanket? And then I started gathering all green yarn that I have in my stash. That's his favorite color. I just took a bag, this one. So I took this bag, it was a gift from one of my lovely viewers, and I started throwing in all the green yarns. I don't know, does this qualify as green? He had socks a long time ago from this, and this is leftover, but there's also orange and yellow. I think it doesn't matter. I was thinking something maybe as bits and bobs, because I really liked working on it, and it's a good warm blanket, stretchy and squishy. And then a lot of leftovers. He has a hat like this. That's from my pullover. Then I have all kind of bits and bobs there, and all green, all shades of green, dark, light, and I'll be holding them 2 together and then changing out one at a time. You can see more there. So I was thinking, yeah, that's the idea. I will need to get more yarn eventually, because this is not enough, but it's enough to start. I was actually surprised how much green yarn I have in my stash. So then this year I would like to finish more things, especially maybe the older ones. Either finish them or let them go, like reclaim the yarn, take them apart and put it back in the stash and maybe knit something else. Because I have some things that have been sitting in my whip pile for years. I don't know what's the oldest one. I tried to do a finishing spree last year, and I think I succeeded. I should have less projects than last year, if I don't start casting on things wildly now. So I'll give myself a couple of weeks to finish off some things before we count them publicly. And then I would like to maybe try out new to me colors, like get out of my color comfort zone, you know, because I love pinks and violets and whites and beige and neons, and maybe, I don't know, make something blue. I do have one white and blue thing on my list, which is a porcelain sweater, but maybe something bigger in blue or green, or just out of my comfort zone. Try out new colors, because I embraced red and turns out I love red. Same with orange. I was always very wary with orange, and then I made a couple of orange things, and that turns out I love orange. I think I love all the colors. I just need to find the right shades that speak to me. But yeah, long blah blah. So, do we go to knit and chat? What could I tell you? It's winter. It's very wintry outside. Today is -15 Celsius. It got colder. It was even colder, then it got warmer for a bit, and now it's cold. Kids have been skating, because again, parents made ice next to the school, parent organization. City doesn't care. Yeah, so luckily we have lovely active parents, and kids have ice, which is wonderful. I could also get maybe my skates sharpened and go with them on the weekend. Haven't checked the weather, but should be good. Beautiful white outside, which makes the mood just a bit better, even though I'm avoiding the news and social media. I've been for quite a while, I think since Christmas or just before Christmas, because it just brings you down, like instantly. There is so much negativity out there, and so much. I know we live in a dystopian novel, but sometimes you need to protect yourself for a moment. You need to take breaks from it, just to not to lose your sanity. I'm still in some weird Christmas bubble, even though I'm back at work and we're back to routines and school and everything is going. I'm still, like, craft wise, I'm still in some kind of weird cozy space that I'm not yet willing to give up. I know I will have to eventually, but I'm not yet ready. I think still this weekend, I'm giving myself this weekend that I can stay in a little bubble, because it's good for your mental health sometimes, just to switch off from everything that's coming on you. And yeah, state of the world is, I don't know, unbelievable. Unbelievable, and yeah, who would have thought? Not me for sure. So yeah, I'm just trying to still hibernate. That's what my body wants to do, and I'm listening. For a change, I'm listening to my body and to my mind, and whew. Yeah. And a friend of mine made a post before Christmas, or before New Year's, and she formed the words so well that I'm now borrowing it for myself as well. She talked about cups. She talked about cups. An old friend from my school days, like 30 years ago. Like, I wanted to say 20, but that would be a lie. Yeah, so she talks about cups and about choosing fuller cups for yourself and for people around you this year. Clarity before speed, energy before output. Yeah, because when your cup is empty, you have nothing else to give to anyone else. and we are in charge of our own cups, and we need to fill them, and we also need to choose people very carefully, people in your life, and choose the ones that actually fill your cup and not empty it. And may this year bring you enough space to notice yourself, and enough energy to do what matters and to take care of yourself. And yeah, main thing is people. People. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Be kind and keep your cup full. Mm? So that's my little wish for all of us this year. And let's keep crafting. Okay, I think I'm gonna go now. I'm surprised there is still light. It's so weird. It's behind the trees. It's going down, but days are getting longer. I can feel it. I can feel that the days are getting longer and mornings are not so dark, and snow definitely helps. And here is to the light. Let there be light. I'm wishing you all a lovely, cozy weekend. Take care. Really, take care. Be kind to yourself and others. Let me know what you're working on, what's on your mind. If you have any good pattern suggestions that for the big kiddo, what I could make for the big kiddo. And I will see you next time. Hey, bye.